I don't know, man. It's a tough one. It's tough. Like we fought hard all year. Obviously, a lot of people doubted us, but we didn't doubt ourselves. We didn't give a damn about anybody's predictions going into any series. In any game, we expected to win, right? And that's the way we played all season long. Every game, we expected to win. And so, yeah, that's a tough one.
But Jay Bonser back in field today. Now we talking about what is the Thunder's future since they lost in the first round against the Houston Rockets. Now this team has two options. They can bring the same team back next year and try going for a championship again, or they can go with the rebuild mode. Big decision that they have to make because they have an aging point guard, Chris Paul, who is 35 years old, came off a pretty good playoff series against the Rockets, but also going to be declining heavy and has a huge contract, even though it's not worth that contract. He plays good in the playoffs. They never garnered one of their best scorers on the team is the upcoming free agent this season. But they also gave Steven Adams, I think last week or something like that, a 4-year, $100 million deal. And they have Shea, I don't know how to say his name, who is 22 years old, who they got off the Clippers, who was a great young star in this league. So they have a bright future with Shea. But Chris Paul is also aging, so it's either, I don't know, they gotta be thinking of this: trade Steven Adams and Chris Paul and get some more picks than they ever have, and some young pieces. Like a team I can see that can use Chris Paul is, let's say, the Miami Heat. Other teams like the Phoenix Suns, maybe Milwaukee Bucks, teams like that. Teams that are win now mode. Suns aren't, but they want to make the playoffs next year. They're going to be pushing every playoff that they did in the bubble. Because most likely next year we're going to be in the bubble. And all Steven Adams, teams that can use Steven Adams, teams like the Boston Celtics, teams like the Golden State Warriors, teams like that, they need a good big man that can also use them. And now, since last offseason, since they traded Russell Westbrook and Paul George, they've gotten a load of picks from both teams. So let's name off the picks that they got. So from the Rockets, they got 2024 pick, 2026 pick, 2025 pick that's swapped with them, and 2021 pick that's 1 through 4 protected for the Rockets. And OKC can swap with the Clippers or the Heat pick for that year. That was just from the Houston Rockets. Now from the Clippers side, when trading Paul George, they got 2022, 2024, 2026, along with 2 first-round choices via Miami 2021 and 2023, and OKC obtained the right to swap first-round picks in 2023 and 2025. So this team has a bright future where they can go with this team, and in the next couple of years, this team could be one of the best teams in the league with the future they have. So that's another reason why they should maybe even try rebuilding, because they can get Chris Paul for picks and Steven Adams for picks. And they're now going to probably want a big contract this offseason, since what he did in the playoffs and what he did in the regular season. Also, what they think about now is the West is going to be even harder next year. The Warriors are going to be back in playoff contention. The Mavs are going to get even better. The Grizzlies are going to be in playoff contention. T-Wolves might get in playoff contention if they get the right draft pick this season, like draft the right player. Anthony Edwards, if they pick him, they might have a chance at the playoffs. Suns will be in the playoff contention. The Pelicans will be in playoff contention. Whole new teams of playoff contention on top of the already stacked West it is. The only teams will be getting better. The Nuggets will be getting better, stuff, teams like that will be better. And this is the aging team. So this is a big decision that they have to make with this OKC team. Because this team, if they couldn't get out of the first one next year, what do they think next year? They're going to might not even make playoffs if they come back to the same team. What I personally think is they go with the rebuild mode. Chris Paul is getting older. He's already 35 years old. He's not getting any better. He's going to get worse from here. His contract's huge. It's the only reason why they probably didn't trade him this season. Also, there's going to be teams in the league that want Chris Paul on a team. Steven Adams had a big contract too, so he just got an extension. If teams don't even want him, teams will give up picks for him. And they need to build a team around Shea. Right now they build a team around Chris Paul. I personally think they need to go rebuild mode. That's the smartest option because they didn't contend this year, going into second round, even championship or anything like that. They won't next year unless Shea does a huge jump to where he's almost all-star level, makes the all-star team, and it's gonna make it soon make the second round. This team has a bright future with them, so I feel like they should go rebuild mode. That's the smartest option. Or try trading Chris Paul and Team Adams in this draft. That would also be a good idea for like the 10th pick, 8th, 7th pick. That would be a good, because this is a stacked draft class. This draft class doesn't have a lot of sleepers in it. I'm telling you, this draft class doesn't have a lot of sleepers. So OKC has a bright future. Any decision they choose, I think they should start rebuild mode right now, this offseason. No one expected them to be here. They had a 0.2 chance of making playoffs, and they were the 4th seed. So make sure to like and subscribe, and comment if you agree with me, and comment any other videos ideas you want me to do. Peace.